The first ever electrified M high-performance vehicle from BMW has been released. With its blend of electric purity and hybrid range and power, the high-powered XM, a high-performance SUV in this case, not a satellite radio service, strikes a balance. Its plug-in M hybrid technology combines up to 55 miles of zero emissions driving with 644 horsepower of contemporary Bavarian V8-backed power. While commuting during the week, run your engine as hard as you can while taking Sunday drives in the countryside or on the Autobahn. BMW obviously takes great pride in its recognizable double-kidney grille, but enough is enough. The current generation of the XM is really more subdued than most modern BMWs, but for some reason it has among of the narrowest headlamps ever designed, accented by a thick dual-tone metal surround, and supported by a completely distinct grille. BMW keeps doubling down on big designs while rival automakers improve their methods for removing grilles in a more understated EV world. To include EVs. Although we'd like to think that when we gaze past the tip of the nose, things become better, they actually don't. The front fins and inlets, the weirdly square fenders, and the stacked hexagonal exhaust tips all have unduly crinkled style. Although it's not really our cup of tea, the large, imposing flagship SUV with a BMW label and a performance-tuned engine will no doubt draw in a fair portion of buyers and would-be buyers. Despite its unattractive design, the XM's new M hybrid engine, which combines a 194 horsepower, 145 kilowatts electric drive incorporated into the 8-speed M Steptronic transmission with the M-tuned 483 horsepower, 360 kilowatts, 4.4-liter V8 twin-power turbo, is ready to scintillate and mesmerize. With this configuration, the driver may accelerate quickly, taking use of the e-motor's immediate torque, and reaching 62 miles per hour, 100 kilometers per hour, in 4.3 seconds. An additional pre-gearing stage boosts the motor's 206 lb-ft, 280 Nm, output to 332 lb-ft. When the V8 is taken out of the equation, the maximum torque is 590 lb-ft, 800 Nm. Despite its available M performance, the 2017 XM is still a large, aging SUV that will be useful for transporting children to Little League games, circling shopping centers, and negotiating residential areas' slow curves. Switching the drive mode selector to electric, which will allow the electric motor to take full control for distances between 51 and 55 miles, 82 and 89 kilometers, of estimated range on the WLTP or 30 miles, 48 kilometers of estimated EPA range, will immediately benefit those types of defined, limited mileage trips. The maximum speed that may be traveled in electric mode is 87 miles per hour, 140 kilometers per hour. The other two modes are hybrid, which offers complete access to the horsepower of gas and electricity. BMW's SUV receives electronic all-wheel drive from a combination of its gas and electric engines, and of course BMW had to give it the M moniker once more. In order to achieve the sporty M moniker, the 4WD system, which is activated by default, uses a left/right torque varying electronic rear differential and rear biased AWD mapping. Drivers can adjust it for the current situation using modes like 4WD Sport and 4WD Sand. The XM is propelled by a 48V motor-powered adaptive M suspension professional, yep, another M. It features electronically regulated dampers and active roll stabilization. Double wishbones up front and a 5-link axle at the back are used to move the wheels. With features like driving assistant with front collision warning, lane departure warning with steering aid, evasion assistant, and more, BMW equips the XM with the M brand's broadest selection of standard and optional driver assistance. The optional driving assistance professional with active cruise control, stop and go, and lane control assistant is an upgrade available to buyers. Behind the wheel, the driver sees a seamless curving display that combines the 14.9-inch touchscreen infotainment with the 12.3-inch instrument display. The BMW head-up display gives an additional layer of information a little further out. The iDrive software from BMW can be operated using a specific controller, steering wheel inputs, swipes, gestures, or voice commands.